We are live.
Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Steve's channel, because it's not my channel today. We're on Steve's channel, and we got some good-looking roosters on today. We got some stars. The legends are on, and let's start off first from the top. Let me introduce you the whole panel. Actually, I can hear myself. How come I'm hearing myself? It's a double echo.
Oh no!
Oh, is that
what is going on? This is.
Do you have the stream on another tab?
What a disaster!
No, I've got it on one. I can hear 3 of me now. There's look 10 of me going at the same time. It sounds very scary. Anyway, let's start with Steve. Now, Steve is an expert when it comes to AFL SuperCoach, but we're going to find out how good he is at EPL SuperCoach. He's been telling me that he's the #1 guru this year, so we're going to find out. So, next in line, we got here Scobey. Now, I've actually never had the chance to meet this young, good-looking man, but Scobey, as you can see, they're looking very serious right now, but he's a laugh a minute, and he's going to give us a lot of information today because he's an expert as well. Underneath Scobey there, we have a good-looking rooster as well, SuperCoach Pra, which I got to meet for the first time, and he knows his stuff. He's got all these charts. He's showing me. He's giving me headaches all week, showing me all these charts. But we're gonna talk to SuperCoach Pra. He's gonna give us a lot of detail. And down below, we got the Hollywood star. We got SuperCoach Whisperer, and he's good mates with all the EPL, FPL players down in England, so they'll follow him. So it's SuperCoach Whisperer, and we're gonna. If you've got any questions, he's gonna answer quite a few answers for you guys. Yeah, I'm still hearing myself double. I don't know what's going on. Now, hang on. Let me fix up my speaker. Maybe you take turn, Steve. You take charge. Let me fix up my speaker. I'm hearing myself double.
Yeah, no worries. Don't worry. There's never been an issue with more than one of you, Scotty. So we got some love here in the comments section. Juicy Gerbil says, "Have you tried turning it on?"
Oh, Gerbs,
the classic.
He's an OG, that fella.
Yeah, we got all the heavy hitters here in the comments section. Fellas, hello, legends. Harley technical issues, just calm it down. I won't say that name. Sorka, shit. And Benny's going to try alt 4.
Don't do all that, lads.
No, don't try that. Don't try that.
So what happens
if
I try
in the comment section?
Okay, well, there's no questions at the moment, so let me ask a question first, which I asked offline, so that we've got some of these answers coming towards us. So the first question I'm going to ask is, how do we work out pricing in SuperCoach? Because none of us have an idea. We have no idea what's going on. And Scobey being the mathematics teacher and the Einstein when it comes to maths, maybe he can answer us. How do we work out break-evens and cash? How do we get a cash generation?
Or just pick good rookies, mate. Simple. They score above their break-even. No, I would say I'm gonna handball this off to Whisperer, because honestly, his elaboration straight at the start before was fantastic. But essentially, it's literally just like every other SuperCoach game we've played, except BBL.
Yeah, that's a hospital ball. Wasn't prepared. No, it's just a 3-round rolling average. So you'll have the first 2 weeks to get a good look. You've got 44 trades across 38 weeks, 6 boosts as well, which feels very counterintuitive because that's 18 trades out of the 44 gone. But yeah, it's just a 3-round rolling average. So without looking too deeply into it, I would imagine that we just roll transfers weeks 1 and weeks 2, and then probably boost for 3. We'll probably have someone that pops up that's doing well that we didn't really anticipate in the preseason. So, but yeah, like Scope said, obviously guys that are priced lower, that they will score well. So scoring above your break even the exact same way as you would in AFL, which I imagine where most of the audiences come from. And for any NRL guys out there, same as NRL, bottom dollar cheapies will score well and make cash.
So, for example, right, a lot of us here play FPL, and we're familiar with FPL. we start a player, let's say Martinez as a goalkeeper because he's got a good draw, and then we want to switch it to, let's say, the Arsenal goalkeeper Raya. In FPL, that's a good idea, all right. But in SuperCoach, is that a good idea or is that a bad idea? Because trades are limited. We only got 44 trades, so can we do things like this? Can we be creative and switch our players around, or is it just set and forget?
I think you can do it in high impact positions. Like the goalkeeper is probably not the best example of a position where you should focus your trades, given that there's limited upside. I think even the highest scoring goalkeeper, I don't think they'll be that much higher than like a middle of the pack goalkeeper. Whereas in the other positions, midfielders and forwards especially, that's probably where you should focus your trades more so. Again, not going crazy with trades because it is limited. But yeah, that's where you should try and find the fixtures where, like, you know, a team might start having some difficult fixtures, so you can hop off that team and then find someone with better fixtures for the next few weeks or so on.
Okay, well that sounds reasonable. Now, when it comes to say rookies, say Grealish, okay, and he's not one. So we still select him, knowing that we're going to pick him soon anyway, or do we play it like, even though we know Grealish will play maybe round 2, round 3, maybe off the bench, we're not sure. Do we not select him and pick a player that's going to actually play, or do we go for a Grealish?
I think it depends who you've already got.
Yeah.
Like, like in my goalkeeper bench, I've got a bloke that's been loaned out to the middle of absolute nowhere, so he's not even in the league anymore. And to start with someone that's probably not going to play decent minutes at the start, that's just a no-go. But I can see the merit in saving a trade because you think Grealish, for example, or even a Rodri will come back and eventually they will be playing full 90. But at the start, I just think I don't like that at all.
Yeah, so the thing is, we don't know how they're going to make cash. Like, I don't know what the like what score do they need to go up or go down. For example, if Grealish is priced at 3.9 mil, what does he need to score to go to 4.5 mil, for example? Like, we don't. It's very confusion right now.
All 3.9 mil players have a break even of 4. So
yeah, I think it's more just the magic number. Like if his break even's 4 in round 3 and he scores 10, like what percentage of 6-point difference is the cash? So I think it's a good point to make. And yeah, just on the nuff thing, I think if you're deliberately nuffing goalkeeper, which is what I'm doing as well, because I'm not really looking at making a transfer, it's probably not wise to go with a minutes risk like a Grealish or a Rodri. I'm okay with going with them if you're like doubling up a goalkeeper, but with limited positions on the bench, yeah, I don't really want to be handcuffing myself and having 2 guys that aren't making cash. Like I'm okay to do with 1 because looping is a thing in SuperCoach. We've got a rolling lockout, which makes it a little bit better if you're going to send the alarm for 2 in the morning. But yeah, I'm not going to be running 2 nuffs deliberately.
Yeah, let's talk about some players now, all right? Some players that I did a video yesterday, and I had a lot of teams that I'd seen, and there were some players that I'd never heard of before. And let's look at the chances of these players that are actually going to play. And the first one, let me find these players. I can't even pronounce their names. Hang on, let me find somebody. Let's have a look. Classic. Actually, hang on. I wasn't prepared for questions because no one's asking any questions. Okay, let me find the hang on EPL.
There's a couple of questions in the comments if you want apps.
Yeah, let's get them up here. Let's get some questions up.
We're looking for a player. Engo says, "Can anyone sell me on Fulkrug, the West Ham striker?" They brought in Callum Wilson very recently, so I do expect Fulkrug to be the starting striker for West Ham. He was injury riddled last season, but he is very cheap. I think he's 4.6.
He's 4.6. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fairly solid. Yeah, he was injury prone last season. So you would think maybe early on it might be a decent stretch of 70 minutes potentially subbed off for Wilson, or maybe another defender if West Ham are somehow in a winning position in a game. So, yeah, I actually don't mind him, but I think there's a lot of good forward options to where I actually can't fit him in.
As the resident
at his
West
price
Ham
range,
supporter.
all right, at 4.6 mil, at that roughly that price range, if Engo doesn't go for Fulkrug, who could he go for?
I mean, pending Johan Wissa, Igor Thiago moved to Brentford, started last year for 25 million from Club Brugge, scored 25 goals in 30 games, and was supposed to be the Ivan Toney replacement. It was never meant to be Johan Wissa, but did an ACL in his first game, second game back, hurt himself again, and was basically out for the entire season. So he is the man. He's 3.5 million bottom dollar. And then you've obviously got like Joel Pirro as well from Leeds at 4.5. There is a lot of speculation that Leeds will look for another number 9, so I'm not sure if I can go there. But it's probably Igor Thiago or Fulkrug that I'm thinking of at that price point.
Okay, now I'll go.
There is Daniel Marlin there as well. A bit of a risky pick with rotation.
Do you like your mental health?
I reckon he's cooked as a signing now if they get Asensio back.
Yeah, they're linked to Asensio as well. Yeah, he's just had such a good preseason that, like, at that price, yeah, if he's going to start, you'd hope he plays at least 60 to 70 minutes before he goes off. But yeah, they've got too many options, I think. So yeah, there's not many options at that price. You're really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, I've noticed João Pedro is very popular, especially in FPL. Like, he's the highest owned player in FPL. Is he any good? Is he? I mean, I know. Is he going to play 90 minutes? Is he going to play 60 minutes? Is he going to take penalties?
No to the pens. No to the 90 minutes.
Yeah,
he played super well at the Club World Cup. Like, he was unreal at the Club World Cup. Obviously great for Brighton last year. Was on pens last year, but now comes in. They've just signed Liam Delap. I've just saw they're looking at Garnacho as well. Like, Chelsea just loading that front four, but definitely won't be on pens. Cole Palmer is automatic from the spot. And it's just a very much a minutes risk, like 65, 70 minutes with Liam Delap there as well. So yeah, no, I can't.
And even Delap, like, he scored 2 goals in literally our most recent friendly against Milan. Yeah. So I think it's literally going to be like a horses for courses kind of thing. Like, in a game where we might need João Pedro's like creativeness, we might play him. If we need Delap's directiveness, Chelsea's just going to play him, and João Pedro might play deeper. He might start on the bench. Yeah, he's a huge minutes risk. When he does play, he should score points, but I think at his price, there's much more consistent players available.
Hugo Ekitike, is he worth it? Look, today, yes. In 2 days' time, when Alexander Isak eventually signs, absolutely not. It's just so frustrating that this transfer hasn't been done.
Yeah, well, we don't know what's going to happen with that. I mean, I think the news came out today that Isak's refusing to play for Newcastle again. So, yeah, that's interesting stance he's going with.
Like, how entitled can you be? That's just so piss poor.
I don't know what to make of it, but like, apparently they've done him dirty. From like every report, Newcastle said, "Yeah, we'll let you go in the summer, but just please stick it out." And then now they're like, "No, we're not. Fuck you." So
just banish him. Like, that's him. Just because you kick a ball around and you're on what 100 billion a year. You're an employee. No. Like, it's the worst attitude if you're trying to force a move like that. I absolutely hate that. But no, I completely agree with what you said. I mean,
I know we spoke about having no trades. I would rather bomb a trade to bring Hugo Ekitike in after the transfer window closes than start with him and have to trade one out. Like, if I know that we've got 6 months of Hugo Ekitike as the 9 at Liverpool with no competition, because they don't really have, unless you're going to play probably like a Chiesa as like a weird makeshift 9. There's no like real direct.
Maybe Gakpo up front.
Maybe
somebody
Gakpo,
else
but like
plays
you'd
out
rather
wide,
just have
yeah.
the $80 million Ekitike. So if we
Yeah.
know that he is not going to be have any competition, I'm happily wasting a trade to bring him in game week 3. But I just want to see, or I need Alexander Isak to come out and say, "Oh, I'm going to stay."
Yeah, I think Ekitike good for FPL, maybe not good for SuperCoach. Maybe for that because of our trades, and like you said, maybe worth waiting for.
Yeah, he looks unbelievable. I saw that goal in the Community Shield. Unbelievable. He looks like he looks like a football version of Wembanyama. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But,
I actually compare him to Mbappe.
Is that because he's French as well?
So quick.
Tall and French.
yeah, Mbappe. Yeah, the bloody French. Goebbels throwing up a name here with Declan Rice. Really keen to pair him up with Haaland, my team, although it is a lot to spend. And he's got a personal question for you, Scott. Do you prefer to crack your fingers or... Oh.
Well, actually, funny you should mention about fingers, okay? Because at the moment, my little pinky is numb. It's not moving. So it's been numb for 4 days. But I'll get it moved. Apparently, it should be okay soon.
Is Declan Rice a must-have, fellas?
Nah.
Not at the price that he's at. I just looked him up. He's 9.2 million. That's way too much, I think.
Yeah. I'd rather Caicedo.
Absolutely, 100% agree.
What kind of player is a good player in the midfield in SuperCoach? Is it going to be these defensive midfielders, or is it an attacking midfielder? Which is a more prototype player for SuperCoach?
I think it's a guy like Jared Bowen that just does everything: goals, assists, dribbles, key passes, just racks up everything. I know he's nearly 12 million, but it's for a reason. And that's like my issue with like a Haaland, right? If he's not scoring 3 goals, he's just sitting in the penalty box. He does nothing in build up. He offers you no key dribbles. He offers you no key passes. It's purely ball in the back of the net. So I think I'm looking for guys that can really stuff that stat sheet. And that's why I guess Palmer and Bowen and Bruno are all so expensive, but also so highly owned.
Yeah,
absolutely. And Bowen presents volume as well. They're looking to give him the ball. He's on penalties. He for most occasions is going to be the reason West Ham win a game if he's getting involved. So I think he's just afforded 11.2 million. But
I think he's the midfielder in SuperCoach. He's a forward in FPL.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of FPL. Yeah,
gets the 2 extra points for a goal. Gets the 2 extra points for a clean sheet. It's massive.
So yeah, as a midfielder, it's huge.
That was
dirty.
Just gonna
ask, Dave, do you reckon he's Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, do you reckon he's on penalties with Paqueta and Fulkrug there as well?
No, I think he's third choice.
Yeah, I don't think he's. Yeah, I don't think he's on penalties. So I take that back. I forgot about the betting man Paqueta.
Lucas Paqueta, yeah.
Paqueta.
But still, like even as the resident West Ham fan on this podcast, unfortunately, without him, we are nothing. And Fulkrug's made of glass, so the minute that he goes down, Bowen will just shift to the 9. You would imagine. Like Callum Wilson is 48 years old and was a free transfer, so I don't imagine the world from him.
Are you West Ham as well, Whisper?
I am. Are you also?
Yeah.
Oh God, I thought it was just me. We're both sad.
Couple of hangers, let's go.
Well, if Fulkrug goes down, does that mean that Bowen's output is reduced because he plays more forward then, or is he better off? Is he better off in the midfield with Fulkrug in the team?
Bowen has to do everything no matter where he plays. You can play him at centre back and he still has to carry the team.
West Ham are just genuine shit. And like that's like I know Spurs are as well, but like the dependence on him is insane.
I'm trying to think of AFL comparison. Jared Bowen is Max Gawn to Melbourne Demons. Just has to do everything and just carry the team.
Zach Merritt to the Bombers.
I was thinking Wanganeen Miller or St Kilda, but yeah,
all of the above.
Well, as a couple of West Ham boys, if we stay on that topic, what do you guys reckon about Diouf? He's pretty popular as well in quite a few teams. Do you think he's just at a price too good to refuse? Do you think he will play every game, or do you think there's still some rotation risk around him?
Well, Emerson's still there, but it does seem like he's a little bit out of favour now. We've paid 25 million on Diouf. I expect him to start. I think he's an interesting pick. I think he's good at going up forward and pushing up from the back four, so he can get involved into some link plays and crosses. So I think he's pretty interesting, and I've got him in my team currently. I've got two bench defenders, him and Truffett from Bournemouth.
And isn't Diouf a wing back, not a left back? So he actually moves up and down, even further down up the ground. So plus SuperCoach, they have what they call crossing. So he gets points for crossing, he gets points for dribbling, so points for clean sheets if they have any. So I think he's a good one, and his price is cheap as.
Just think about the system as well. Like coming from a Graham Potter system, like under Brighton, it was a 3-4-3. It was Tariq Lamptey. It was Purvis Estupiñán. Just both of them bombing up and down. I think with Aaron Wan-Bissaka there, it allows him to be a little bit more defensive minded as well and tuck in to make like a midfield 5. And then it just allows El Hadji just to absolutely bomb forward. 9 goals and assists last year. And still so raw. Like, big fan.
He can play on both sides as well.
Yeah.
So there's no issue. Like his spot in the team is 100% secure. It's just like, it's fantastic. And as you just said, he crosses like there's no tomorrow. The quality of crosses might not be absolutely fantastic, but the quantity, like someone's going to get on the end of one sooner or later.
Yeah. And West Ham's got a couple of big boys to get on the end of him. So, no, I think good pick.
Just a couple of nice comments here. Hawksy, g'day fellas. Just wanted to tune in and wish you all well. Never been interested in EPL or anything of the likes, but I hope your season goes well. Thanks, mate. Good stuff.
Maybe
Jack,
maybe we'll get Hawksy to play a bit of SuperCoach EPL. What we should do, all right? If I didn't know anything about SuperCoach EPL, which I don't, all right, but I would start a team and see how it goes. If it's any chance that it's going to go well, just continue it.
Exactly.
If it doesn't go well, just put it in the bin. That's what I do with my AFLW team. That's what I do with my NBL teams. Actually, that's what I do with my AFL team this year. But if they start well, just continue them, and you may do well.
Yeah, like I've got no idea about BBL SuperCoach, and then there was 1 week I had the 6th highest score of the round, and I was just, what on earth's going on? So. Yeah, I mean, if you're off to a flying start, then it'll easily get you interested in the format.
Yeah, weren't you in the top 10 last year in one stage on BBL? You were killing it.
Yeah, I had a week of finishing inside, having a round score inside the top 10, and then NBL SuperCoach, I finished 6th overall.
Oh, that was NBL. Okay,
from a bloody missing.
Yeah.
Oh, heartbreaking, but well done to Charlotte. She played amazingly in that format.
I have to copy your team this year.
Getting a bit of a dry spell here with comments.
We should go through teams.
Let's put up our teams. Okay, let's start first with let's put my team up, and you guys can critique it and tell me what you think of my team.
Yep. Hang on. I'll bring it up. You guys can.
Also, whilst we're stalling for time, I just wanted to let people know. I don't know if you are the 4 boys, but I'm getting a lot of questions of people being like, "Oh, what formation should I choose?" It is flexible. It's not like you don't have to lock into one formation in game week 1, and you just change it at the top left of the app. Like you can play anything any week. So it's definitely going to come down to like matchups and stuff like that. So you're not locked into a formation. And I'm seeing like a lot of people pick like 4 defenders, but only running like a 3 at the back. Like they'll pick 4 primos, but only run a 3 at the back. So just make sure you can see there with Abs' team, like top left corner, you can just change the formation every week. So yeah, you're not locked into anything specific. Just wanted to highlight that because I've been getting many questions about
are
that.
you actually locked in from let's say I'll get this formation when the week starts? Can I change it during the game? Like, for example, the second game starts, let's say on Saturday, the first game starts on Friday. Can I change the formation for Saturday, or do I have to leave it the same?
As long as none of your players have played, like I haven't looked at the fixtures, but say Everton play Man United on game 1 of the week, you couldn't then change your formation to have Dorgo and Grealish come into your team after they've played. It would have to be before. Same as like making a trade mid-round for AFL labs. Like you can't trade a guy that has played because they've locked out. But if your bench haven't played, yeah, you can move it around pretty freely.
Okay.
That's handy.
Yeah,
This
for example, right? Game week 2, we get a leak that João Pedro's out once the round start. You just change to a 2 up top, and then he just go to the bench that week. So, like, as long as people haven't played that affects your formation, I wouldn't imagine why you can't.
And before we get stuck into this theme, just a shout out to VS Bellina. Bill, the overall winner of last year's format, took home some nice coin, and a very, very humble gentleman, I will say.
Gee, what an honour. For Sports Tech, was it?
Yes.
Gee.
No, he did very well.
You're a bigger dinger guy. Scobey.
Well done, mate.
Absolutely.
Was that VS Berliner that won it last year, did you say? VS Berliner?
Yes.
Get him on apart from us four. He'd have a better idea than any of us. Get him on us.
Maybe we should have got VS Berliner on this program, but I'm taking myself out. But anyway, maybe we'll get VS Berliner next episode on the show.
Yeah, we'll have to send him a message because that's for sure. He isn't it. If he won it last year, that is unbelievable. Can't believe we got it onto the show. This right here we are looking at is Scodfather's current team. How are we feeling about it?
Yeah, I actually don't like it now. I'm going to change Martinez out now because of the fact that these goalkeepers we're going to keep it long term. So I may actually go with who's a good goalkeeper that's going to
Martinez
score
also
well.
out gambling quite abs. So
Martinez is suspended. Yeah,
that'd be a help.
Okay, so he's gone for sure then. Okay,
I don't think either of your keepers are going to play the first game.
No, I reckon you're rocking a donut there, Abs.
Yeah, we probably fix that one up.
There's no flex either for this one.
All right. Well,
yeah, look, I think with Trafford, like you either go Rose from Sunderland if you're looking for a 3.9 that's going to play, or like I've got the Everton Trofa as enough. Like, yeah, at 3.9, you either go up to like a Dorde Petrovic at 4.5 and have rotating keepers, or you just go the only 3.9 playing, or enough really. That's my take.
Would Trafford get any game this year? Like, could I just keep him there? He might be a slow burn, so I can use him as a loop as well. So maybe
they're outside Donnarumma apparently.
Yeah.
It
all depends on if they get Donnarumma at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think they signed him with the long-term view as him being the number one, but I think they just see Donnarumma as a bit of a random opportunity that popped up. And yeah, if they get him, I can't see Trafford playing much, to be honest. He'll probably play the cup games, but that won't count for EPL.
Absolutely. And it helps with their English quota as well. Yeah. Like it's just homegrown. I mean, it works in their favour, and he's been there. So
yeah, they also got like a sick buyback deal on him as well. It was like 30 million, which was like unreal price.
Nothing.
You can wait to see Donnarumma's price, and then maybe if you want City's 1 and 2, and that way you guarantee like a City goalie. But that's really the only way I can see like Trafford being maybe worth it. Because at that price, like Wispo said, like you can just get like the Sunderland keeper for someone who will play, or at a bit more, you can get like 2 decent keepers, I think.
Actually, you just gave a good point there. If you're going to use a loop, would it be a good idea to get a 1 and 2 from the same team, so that maybe a team that's going to play later on in the week, maybe to a good team like Arsenal probably plays later games, you can always loop their goalkeepers, or if not Arsenal, maybe like you just said. So it would be better to get a 1 and 2 from the same team to loop them.
I haven't thought of that actually.
It's the only I have looked at it. The only problem is Alisson and Mamadashvili is about 11 million. Raya and Kepa is about 11 million. The only like primo handcuff is Sanchez and Jorgensen, and even that's about 10.5 mil. So it's just the handcuff route's expensive. If you want to go like a cheap handcuff, you're just picking like a sub decent goalkeeper. Like it's like you're picking a Dorde Petrovic at like 4.5 as your goalkeeper one. So I'm probably just going to be running split. But I understand what Abs is saying. Like I think it's definitely a viable strategy if you can find a cheap enough handcuff. Just every handcuff I've looked at is way more than what I want to spend.
I also personally, I think I just like the weekly question mark of which goalie should I play. Like even though I usually miss more often than I get him.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I just like having that one small decision to make at least. If you're not going to have a trade to do every week, like at least, try and pick the better goalie out of the two that you have at least, try and get some points that way. But yeah, there's a few ways you can play it, I think.
Okay, now what do we think of Frimpong in my team?
Does he start game week 1 or is it Bradley?
Bradley's
injured.
I think he'll
He's
start.
injured, is he?
Nothing major, but enough to not play. I'm just worried. Like Bradley's so good that I worry the minutes get cut into.
I will say during AFCON when Salah leaves, I think Frimpong's straight in my team.
The comment from Schlott was hot, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like the Liverpool manager's already come out to say that they sort of signed Frimpong with an eye to knowing that Salah's going to leave for a few months this year, and they haven't had an able replacement for him the last few seasons. So, yeah, like at that point when Salah's gone, like a defender who scores how much is it, 14 points for a goal, I think, like stupid amount for a goal. Like you just have to have him. I think he's going to be in everyone's team.
When Salah's gone, what's Frimpong's price going to be? Is it worth getting him now at this early cheap price, or you wait and get him at say 9 mil? Let's say he's performing and Liverpool have clean sheets. Is it better to get him now while he's cheap?
Or you just don't know. Yeah. Like what are the lotto tickets? It's just, I mean, they go on a run where he doesn't start returning and they don't keep clean sheets and his stats are not fantastic. Well, then he's just going to bottom out. And you look like a genius for not starting him.
Yeah, but he's already cheap anyway. Like he's not paying.
What's his break even? Scobes 6.5.
It's literally just 6.
6.
So you would assume that he gets that like straight away.
Yeah.
But obviously first round doesn't mean that much.
Even just in key dribbles and crosses, you'd imagine that it probably comes in. Like, I'm just worried that it's like 65 minutes, 70 minutes, and he comes off for Bradley because Bradley's very good.
If you're sort of just happy to cop it and have him for the season, like I think he's a good pick because there'll definitely be probably more games than not where he'll play, he'll have some sort of impact, and even where he's not starting, he'll almost definitely come off the bench. So even like 20, 30 minutes at the end of a game, like it won't always be a donut. It won't be a 0. So yeah, if you really like the pick, I don't want to sway anyone away from him. Just be prepared that he won't play every game. He won't start every game.
Okay,
it's the classic. It's the classic. If you like him, pick him. Like there's nothing against him.
Yeah. Next question is if Frimpong plays 70 minutes, just say, or 60 minutes, all right? In FPL, if the opposition team scores a goal, he gets a clean sheet. Does he get a clean sheet in SuperCoach if he plays 60 minutes and there's no goal scored in that 60 minutes?
If he comes off,
yeah. So if he comes off. Sometimes it's a bonus when they come off early and get that clean sheet. So it could be in his benefit too.
Yeah. I do think Liverpool will struggle a bit more defensively this year, just because of how many attacking players they're going to try and fit in. Like, I'm not saying they're going to be, one of the worst teams at all, for sure. But compared to last year when they were, I think, the clear top defensive team, them and Arsenal, like, I think this year there'll be a bit more of an adjustment just because of Kirkers and Frimpong both being pretty attacking. So, yeah, I think... Like we saw with the Community Shield final, like just this past weekend, like they can be counterattacked against. So yeah, just be mindful that their defensive stats from last year, it might not carry on straight away. There'll definitely be a bit of an adjustment period.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do we think about El Nouri at Man City? Is he going to be as good as he was? Whoever he was playing for last year, I can't remember who he played for last year. But what do you think of El Nouri at Man City?
Do you like your mental health, Abs?
Well, I usually pick Spud, so I'm used to it. So it doesn't.
Look, Aitner is not a
change,
spud, but he might get 20 minutes a game. He might play 90 minutes for 5 weeks in a row, and then just be banished for 3 weeks for no reason. So if you can put up with that, if you can put up with Pet Roulette, then he's a great pick.
Yeah,
I don't reckon they're going to be that defensively sound either. Like we saw in the Club World Cup that Pep literally took the absolute piss out of the lineups and changed it every single game, and like they got bundled out in the end. I just don't think you're going to be paying 8.1 and going to be getting what you expect personally.
Yeah, he's probably just a couple mil too expensive. Like at 6 million or so, I'd probably be very interested. But 8 million's approaching like premium.
If we knew he was nailed every week, absolutely. Like he's priced at what he's going to average, but that's great. But the problem is we don't know if he's going to be nailed every week. That's the only issue because Josko Gvardiol is very good. Probably plays left centre back for the most part, but obviously can do a job at left back.
Yeah, I prefer potentially like a Cucurella, who we know is going to be nailed every week.
So who is he replaced in? Like who would replace him if he's not going to play? Let's say he gets dropped. Who would take his spot?
Gvardiol.
It's just a case of Pep changing his centre backs, like whether it be like Ruben Dias and Ake or like, yeah, if basically like the first choices would be probably Ruben Dias and Josko Gvardiol, but if Pep wanted to switch up and go for a more defensive back four, then he'd just shift Josko Gvardiol to left back and Nori would come out.
They've literally got 2 options in every single position on the pitch. And not just 2 options that are okay, like 2 options that are fairly decent as well, like good options. Their depth is insane.
Yeah, they've certainly rebuilt their side a fair bit, City, compared to what it looked like 2 years ago.
All right, well, let's... What do we think of Munoz? Is he worth the price tag?
Just one more thing with Nuri, he is also going to leave during AFCON as well. So if you do want to limit how many AFCON players you have in your team, just something to consider as well. Like because you don't want to suddenly have AFCON roll around and then have 5 players leave your team, and then you can only do 2 transfers a week or 3 with a boost or whatever.
Yeah. Do we know roughly what round AFCON is?
Like
17, 16
or something.
It can go for 4 weeks. It can go for 9. Depends on how good the player's country goes.
Yeah, he is from Algeria, who I think generally do pretty well. But again, anything can happen. Anything can happen. But he would definitely be gone for at least a few weeks during AFCON in the middle of the season.
Okay. Now, with my midfield, I've got that Arsenal boy there. I don't know much about him. Do we think he's going to play?
Yeah. Yep.
You reckon? I don't know. Like I look at the lineups he's been playing in preseason. It's very much like partnering like Kirior and a lot of the other backups. And the minute that Arteta ran out his first choice backline against Athletic Club, it was Calafiori, Gabriel, Saliba, and Urian Timber, which I fear that's what they start the season with.
I think in the tougher games it'll be Calafiori against the better attacks, and then against the weaker teams, he might play Lewis Skelly for his build-up game and like ability to break down the opposition.
And Calafiori is always injured.
That's true. If you're going to spend 3.9, I would rather just take like a safe, very boring, very vanilla, but he's playing 90 every week and it's just Ethan Ampadu. If you're going to be paying...
Ethan Ampadu is in contention to be the best rookie in the game.
Really?
So hang on.
Easily.
Easily.
He's just a ball
let me grab him 1 second. Who is it? Ampadu, did you say?
The Welsh Javi.
Yeah, I'm going to bring him in now. Hang on, Ampadu.
And he used to have...
I've got a lot of love for Ampadu as a former Chelsea.
Yeah, he used to have these like thick dreads as like a 17-year-old white boy. It was the best.
Yeah.
All right. Would he be a good scoring player?
On
he's
field
not good,
or no? Like 6, 7 every week, probably.
Yeah, and you literally you see Leeds and you just disregard them, but Leeds honestly have some of the best options in this format.
Leeds were better than Burnley last year in the Championship. Like Burnley get all the plaudits for having like the record-breaking defense. Leeds had better underlying data and looked a lot better.
That was insane that they kept so many clean sheets, like just on Burnley. Like that was just insane.
I have Joe Rodon as my starting centre back, so that shows
And
you.
now Burnley's
very
lost
Leeds.
Trafford as well. So like, and Trafford didn't he have one of the highest overperformance of any goalkeeper? I think.
Yeah,
this season.
But I think if you're looking for a very safe guy that will play 80 minutes plus every week and will just rack up ball winning recoveries, it's probably Ethan Ampadu. I'd be shocked if he doesn't average like 6.5 points this year.
Okay, Neil, under 4 mil, can we pick 3 or 4 players who we think will play 90 minutes?
For what, midfielder?
Midfield,
yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Ampadu, easy. Like, it's just absolute lock.
Okay, so I've locked him in.
Keenan Dewsbury Hall / Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
Either one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's 2.
Oh, I haven't changed my team in a while.
What about
Rodri in game week 12 when he's eventually back?
There's Anton at Leeds who should be playing.
Oh, Dan James. Yeah,
who is
Dan
that?
James.
Anton, I think. Anton at Leeds.
Yeah,
he's 4.5. He is going to take this competition by storm. And I hate
There's
Adingra
as well.
Anton Stack.
Yeah, Stack.
I can't find him.
No, you said 3.9, didn't you?
4.5.
Okay, we can go a little bit more. We'll go up to 4.5. All right, I'll give you some slack. All right, so Anton Stack. I've locked him
Stash.
Scobey's boy Adingra.
Adingra is going to cook. He's like literally.
Like I think for 500k more, I think they're much better players than that 3.9 bracket.
Yeah.
If you can stretch, of course.
Yeah.
Otherwise, for 3.9, Dewsbury Hall, to be honest, Abs, who you've got there, might be one of the better picks.
Mm-hmm.
So Dewsbury Hall, Ampadu, and Stack. Is that good? I've got those 3 now.
Yep.
I think Grealish is still an absolutely great pick. If we see him named on the left, absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
I think people forget he just hooked at Villa. And he's really suited to this game. Like he will take a bunch of dribbles and win a bunch of fouls.
Dewsbury Hall was taking corners in pre-season.
Yeah,
but McNeil wasn't playing.
I don't think McNeil's first choice.
I don't think he will be first choice.
Who's the competition out there though?
I think it'll be a front 4 of Grealish on the left, Dewsbury Hall down the middle, and Eliminadar on the right, with like either Beto or Barry, probably Barry up top.
Oh, mate, Barry.
I reckon. I don't know. I don't think McNeil gets phased out straight away, and I highly, highly doubt that Grealish is just going to be fit to start game.
Well, then worst case, Keenan Dewsbury Hall just goes back and plays 8, where he's still on corners.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Like as in Dewsbury Hall, in my opinion, obviously is a much better pick than Grealish right now. Like where we sit right now.
Yeah.
But
I think it just depends on what kind of manager you are. If you want to go for the safer pick, Dewsbury Hall. If you want to like try and nail the player who might come on for his debut, get a goal in front of like the home crowd, Grealish might be your guy, maybe. But yeah, from what we've seen at least, Dewsbury Hall should start the season, and he's on quite a few set pieces as well. I think he was taking corners in their last friendly.
Yeah. And he was.
Oh, geez, Deadly's not too happy. Have I done something to piss him off?
Deadly is a big Dwight McNeil hater.
Why?
People forget that like Dewsbury Hall was cooking for Leicester like 2 years ago in the Championship. Had like 25 goal involvements. It was unreal.
Yeah.
The rest of the team, the forward line, Abs. Big fan of Bukayo Saka if he stays on pens.
I've made some changes. Okay, now I'm going to give you another 2 minutes.
Live trades. Already, season hasn't started.
Live trading right now. Just come there. Okay, 1 second. Hang on. I'm going to give you. Actually, I think I stuffed it up. I got Martinez still there. Hang on, it's no goods. I have to do another one. Yeah.
Well,
this is the new one. All right.
Yeah.
Put the new one up. I'm going to get rid of Martinez. So if I get rid of Martinez 5.7, I don't have cash.
You can go to Vicario and give yourself 500k.
I literally just read Deadly's latest comment. I feel for you. I'm sorry. If McNeil does not start game week 1, then just hurl the abuse at me. But if he does start, I'm going to hurl it straight towards you.
Delu's a very long time suffering Everton fan, unfortunately.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, either way, if he starts, I mean, I get to hurl it at him, or if he doesn't, he wins. So, yep.
Okay, at under 6 mil, there's no good forwards.
No.
Sorry, are you just overlooking Jorginho Rutter? The disrespect.
Who is it?
Rutter, R-U-T-T-E-R.
Brighton, mate.
Is he any good?
Yeah, he's handy.
He's a new João Pedro, probably.
In bait of Joel's also asked Rutter versus Fulkrug for best budget forward.
If you told me Fulkrug would play 15 games straight without dying, Fulkrug. But I just don't trust his body.
No, I don't either.
I think Brighton rotate a lot as well. Like, they've got a lot of forwards. They've still got Welbeck on the squad. Like, I know he gets injured a lot, but when he's fit, he will get minutes up front.
The thing with Rutter is though he's good enough to play 10. He's good enough to play off the right. So he offers Hurtsler a lot of rotation, which is really handy. Like if he wants to start at 9, we know that they just bomb Minter and Nikuru. Like they just don't get 90. So if they ever come off, you can just shift Rutter out. So I think his versatility is a strength.
And Welbeck's like 4,000 years old
from last year, but.
What was that?
Rutter scored 159. Rutter scored 159 points last year. Is he going to improve on that, or is he going to score, let's say, a 250, or is he going to go 159 again?
The guy who's replacing Abs is in your team right now, João Pedro.
Yeah, he's replacing João Pedro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to.
So João Pedro was at Brighton last year, and yeah, now that he's gone, Rutter's going to, at least to start the season, he's going to be in the same role. The only thing I feel like with forwards, with only 3 spots and so many good forwards there, like I just don't know if I want to even take a risky minutes risk with that pick. You know, I just want 3 big forwards who I know are like going to play every week. They're important for their team. And then I think with the other spots, I'm a bit more willing to take risk because there's 5 spots that you can bench around, sub in and out if needed. But yeah, I don't know. If a good value option comes up, then I think, there'll be like Ekatike, of course, if Isak doesn't go there, like we said before.
Honestly, if Shesko's coming straight in game week 1, I'd be tempted.
Do you think he'll start? I don't think he'll start.
I don't know, man. Like in the last preseason friendly, they just put Mason Mount up 9 and basically gave the middle finger to Rasmus and just said, "We don't want you here. We're putting Mason Mount at 9."
The question is now, right? You said the magic word, all right? If he starts, okay. If he doesn't start and he plays round 2, can you afford to bench him and just have him in your team? Because he's going to play eventually.
Is this Shesko?
You're saving a trade to bring him in. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Like he absolutely comes in. It's just if you got enough cover for maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
At that point, I'd maybe even try and get Gyökeres straight away at 7.5. If Sesko's 6.5.
Gyökeres will cook, I think.
Yeah.
I think he'll be on penalties as well.
He should. Would he?
Arteta was very wishy-washy, which Arteta usually is. It was a case of like, oh, we've got really good penalty takers across the board. But the thing is, Saka's also like very selfless. If Gyökeres hasn't scored for 2 weeks or so, he'll just give it to him and then get on the score sheet. So I don't think there's any a nailed penalty taker at Arsenal.
Do me bring up your updated team, Abs?
I'm changing it now. I'm trying to find Cucurella. Okay, I got it. Hang on. Let me save this. This team is rocking now. All right. This is the new version. Is looking very nice. Hang on. Screenshot. There we go. Copy. All right. All right, you can put this one up and tell me what you think now.
All right, I'll bring that up. Oh, it's looking much better, Abs.
I think I'm going to win SuperCoach with this. You guys can't copy my team, all right? So just calm down with the copying, and I think this is it.
I give it until Sunday morning till I see a tweet from Abs calling his entire team a bunch of spuds.
Lunchtime
After
tomorrow.
the first game.
Guitar gift going absolutely bananas.
At 3 in the morning when his players blank, this is a guitar gift.
Kick off. It's the first half.
Oh, I can't wait for Abs to whip out the guitar gift when his player misses the pen.
That's perfect.
I've got
Literally,
I've got
that's
1.2 mil
good
spare as well for this team, right? So I've got cash to splash. I can update
That's
Raya
good.
to a better keeper if I can.
Nah, Raya's fine. I think I was saying this to you on one of your posts. Raya is not outstanding for SuperCoach, but his value is in the fact that he will play 38 games and 90 minutes every single week.
Yep.
You
That's
will
what
not
you
have
need,
to touch
yeah.
him.
For the best defense, probably. in the
Yeah, he's
league.
very cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do I
Yeah, he
have
doesn't
any
rack up
AFCON players
points.
there?
Spanish, German, Cameroonian, English, Portuguese, English,
No.
Welsh. No,
Where's
no
Drew
AFCON
from?
players. From like Cameroon.
Yeah.
So
But
I'm
by
gonna
the
need
time
to
you get to
put
AFCON, he's capped out.
yeah.
Yeah. He'll be gone by then. That's true.
Oh, sorry, Senegal. So he will definitely go to AFCON if he's in the team. But
Yeah.
by the time you get there, you would hope he's like 6.5, 7 million.
Yeah, no,
This is a pretty strong team, Abs, not going to lie.
Yeah, I like the team Abs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've cooked, as the
And
kids would say.
Aberdeen team is always a strong team, okay? So just settle down, young man. So
Everyone take a screenshot.
You're leaking the second course.
we're planning to win SuperCoach this year. So I'm trying to beat Scobey this year, right? So Scobey is going to be the gun, I think. Actually, all four of you. Have I got you guys in my league in the Scodfather Legends?
Oh, but
Yes.
get me in. Of course, get me in. I'm not in. I'll have to be in.
All right, I'm
I
going to give you the
believe
coach private
so.
link, all right? I know I've got Scobey in there. I've got Steve in there. I haven't put the SuperCoach Pro. And
Yeah, I
Whisper
don't think
there.
I'm in there though. Yep.
Yeah, I'll let you both in the SuperCoach Legends.
That's going to be a very good league.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Uh,
Well, I should be on the bottom
yeah,
again. I've got the
absolutely.
bottom nailed up again.
Look
Yeah,
at
what do we
that.
think
Not
of
with a
Bruno
team like this, mate.
Fernandes?
Nah,
I
solid
personally
guy.
love Bruno.
I reckon
I
I'll be.
love Bruno as a pick.
I just can't stand
Have you
looking
all
at
got
him.
Yeah.
You can't. He's all right. I like Fernandes.
Bruno.
What do you think of Saka?
That's right. Good thing
This
his
year-
photo doesn't come out when you click on him. Just his stats.
You know, Saka this year. Okay, let me tell you what I heard about Saka this year. Every year they double tag him, double team him, but this year with Gyökeres coming in, I reckon Saka is on a loose 1-on-1 this year and gonna go nuts.
Yeah. Good call. You know ball, Abs. I like Saka because he does everything. He dribbles, he passes, he shoots, he scores, he assists. He does pretty much everything that you need to fill that stat sheet apart from like defensive contribution. So no, you've done very well.
Even with the defensive stuff, actually, though, I was looking at some data and some stats, and out of all the forwards, Saka probably is the most defensive one in terms of accumulating stats.
Stuck in.
So obviously it's not a lot, but over the course of a few games or over the course of the season, I think he will pick up a few points, at least more points than the other forwards for the defensive side of the game. And yeah, like Whisper said, he's on basically everything good that Arsenal does. So yeah, Saka's a great pick at that price, I think.
If there was like a scoring option for like limping, sooking, just being an absolute flog, holding up the play, Saka would 100% be the highest scoring player in the game.
I'll captain him every week then at that point.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking for. No, I can't.
Did we bring up someone
I was going
else's
to try to
team?
get Bowen in there, but I can't put Bowen in there.
My
Oh.
most expensive defender is 3.9 million, which I think could be a decent talking point.
Is it?
Mm.
All right.
It is.
We'll bring it up
Actually,
then.
let's bring up Scobey's team. Let's have a look at Scobey's team.
Scobles? All right.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
I can't wait to see Dwight McNeil in this team.
Oh yeah, for Deadly. For Deadly.
Sorry, I have to scroll up a bit. Abs has sent in 4 sides. There we go.
I'll probably send another 4 by the time we finish this.
Only 4 is not much. I usually have more than 4, but yeah, I'm controlling myself today.
All right. Bang. Can we say that all right?
Oh,
Yeah. I will screenshot mine
Can
and
we?
put it back in the chat with a wider view.
that's
I've got
a little
I
bit.
can't see nothing.
Oh, that's a little bit better. I think it's fairly like very self-explanatory.
I hope my
we
DMs aren't getting leaked.
they are. Is that feet pictures to Abs? You are a disgusting man, Steve. Horrible. No, like, in all seriousness, it's just very generic. Like, there's 2.6 mil in the bank there. Feel price points are very important. I mean, Wisp, you literally just said that your most expensive defender was 3.9. And I could easily understand going with that. That's completely viable. We've literally spoken about the entire midfield there. And forwards, I think it's a lot easier to go down than try and go up from, say, an Ekateki at 6.5 higher. So a lot of this is very price point related. And as I said before, like, I know we only get like 1 point whatever trades a week, but it's a lot easier to go, say, from a Haaland, down than it would be from like an Ekateki up, for instance. So for once, I want to actually try and have some patience with trades and see how that goes. But
Now
yeah,
you got
that's it.
Salah in your team. Yeah, Salah 15.5 mil. That's 15 break even. Is that right?
I reckon you might be right.
15,
If
16.
If it actually loads. 15. So
Wait, you have
when
Salah and Hull. You have Hull and Salah. Jesus, I didn't see that. I thought I just saw the Hull.
yeah, yep.
Oh,
Well, I
right.
mean, like, Bournemouth, they genuinely don't have a defense. Like,
Yeah,
if we're
no,
just
I
looking
agree.
in.
It's Salah. You don't need to explain him. It's just
Oh,
like
no. Like, at the start, I had the exact same reaction. Like, you know, it's a lot to pay for 2 players. You could genuinely get 4 decent players out of Haaland and Salah. But I mean, Wolves, like, let's be honest, if City don't win 4-0, there's something wrong with them. That could get real ugly, and you'd expect Haaland to, like, he could just stay in the box and just feast. Salah as well. I mean, Bournemouth have literally sold their entire defensive lineup, except for, you know, 1 or 2 second choices. Zabani.
there's literally only Senesi. Like they've sold Kepa, they've sold Hoyson, they've sold Zabani. Like they've sold everyone, but Senesi.
Like,
that's it.
It just makes me think, like, even if Liverpool are off, they could still win 3-0. And I would much rather the first game week literally have Salah there as an easy VC, knowing that I've got him. Liverpool are going to win. They're probably odds-on favourites over 2.5. There's just, like, it's a no-brainer for me. And again, like, it's so much easier to go down to someone after you see the form than it is to try and move money around. Because I just think, like, trades are so important.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, unfortunately, Deadly, there is no McNeil. But could probably upgrade Palmer to McNeil, actually.
Liverpool might win 8-0 and Salah gets nothing. That's PTSD from a few years ago in FPL.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a high possibility, but
Those
I don't
habits,
know.
right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, VS Belina, my best FPL memory is captaining Kai Havertz in a 7-0 Chelsea win against Norwich and getting a blank. So, yeah, and Mason Mount like hauled that game from memory.
Yeah, I think he got a hat trick. Oh, yeah, close to
Havertz
it.
got nothing. I captained him, the fraud, and Mount hauled and made him on captain. Mount, my season was over.
See you.
The only thing I wanted to say on Salah, like obviously, like he's probably the GOAT of like fantasy Premier League in any format. But like last year, he had like a career best year, like I think by all accounts. So obviously, no one's saying you need to have him for the whole season. I just think he's priced appropriately based on a career best year. And I just think like it's going to be hard for him to replicate that and therefore like even match the price that he's starting off at. So I think we might be able to get him a bit cheaper, even if it's in like, 3 weeks, 6 weeks. Like I think he's playing Arsenal in game week 3. So yeah, it's a lot of money to start with, but yeah, locking in that VC first game of the season, like it would feel pretty nice if he pops off.
Are you getting up early to watch it, Scope?
I don't know. I've got a uni class on the Saturday, so if I wake up early to watch it, I'm going to be rat shit for that. So I'm not too sure if I will, but I just know like if I do have every intention to VC him and then that Friday evening I change my team and I don't roll with Salah and he gets a brace, I'll genuinely just quit there, like delete the app. I'll be so angry. So I'm not too sure, but I mean, surely they win like 3-0 in all seriousness.
They should be, right?
It's the optimism. It's the optimism that kills you every time.
You got Wirtz, you got Ekitike, you got Salah, you got on the left wing, you got someone else. So you got a lot of goal scorers there. It's not just going to be Salah this year.
I know, but I mean, it's just like it's Mo. Like he just doesn't disappoint. Like
do you think he's still on penalties as well? After...
Oh, absolutely. Like the best shit.
At least to start off, yeah.
I can't wait for the 1-0 win, and it's just a Dominic Szoboszlai rocket and like no one returns.
See, in FPL, they don't trade out Salah; they keep Salah, so his price stays the same. It doesn't move. In SuperCoach, if he has 2 or 3 bad weeks, you can grab Salah for say 12 mil, 11 mil. That's going to be a big difference. 4 mil is a big difference.
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree. Like I just prefacing this by I completely agree with you, Pra. Like I don't think he's going to be at that price consistently for the entire year. Like there'll be an easy option to jump off then jump back on. But I mean, it's the comfortability. And as I said, like what if Salah pops?
Absolutely.
What if the first 3 game weeks?
He's definitely the best captain for the first week.
Like, what if he's leading the Golden Boot by 4 and he's netted 6 in the first 3? How do you get to most?
No one's going to be able to get him. If you don't start with him, you basically are saying, unless he drops 3-4 mil, like Ab said, you're not getting him.
He genuinely could. He could do his hammy in the first 15 minutes and I'm fucked. But, like, it's just...
Lachlan's made a good comment in the comments. Have a look at Lachlan's comment there. It's a good comment there.
Think you start with him by him.
Yeah, if you go against him, do you just wait until after AFCON?
I honestly think if you go against him, you get him back in 25 weeks. Like I think you've got to make your bed and just ride with it until AFCON.
Genuinely. I agree. Yep.
And hope that Wirtz can at least cover half his points at half the price.
Yeah, no, because it's at least 2 trades to get him, unless you go Haaland to him, which is probably like still 2 trades. But yeah, I feel like if you go without him, like you're just making your bed and you just got to be prepared to sleep in it.
And by that point, you might have increased team value a bit as well, right? If it's halfway through the season. Of course, none of us really know exactly how team value is going to work with this, but let's say we've increased it a little bit. It might be a bit easier to afford, like, whatever price Salah's at. But yeah, definitely wouldn't be trading him in and out and in again, all that before AFCON.
Yeah.
It's just a waste of trades. Yeah. Either start with him or, probably lay your bet until after AFCON.
But you can get a Bowen. You can get a Bowen for 10 mil, a Saka for 11 mil, or whatever. There are so many players you can build around. Like I just put my latest team up, Steve. If you have a look at it, I've got now 4 big primos in there, which I got rid of more rookies. So I got some more guns on rookies, but no, there's no Salah.
Oh, the super advanced team.
The super advanced team. Have a look at that one now.
The one that's going to win it all.
Can we? There we go. Remove that comment.
Yeah,
nice.
Got Bowen, Palmer, and Fernandes in the middle. Wirtz, Saka a forward.
Oh, Jay.
So,
Gets
still got
better.
much
every
better.
time.
and you can actually captain Bowen in round one as well because they're playing Sunderland, aren't they? So it's going to be an easy one for them.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But what do you do if a forward pops in this situation? Like what?
Because none of those 5 big boys you ideally want to trade out.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like what? Obviously, Palmer, I mean, out of those 3 there, you're probably going to be keeping Palmer and Bruno over Bowen. He's already a midfielder. You're probably not going to be trading out Saka, who's arguably on pens for Arsenal. What happens if like a forward pops here? What do you do?
Okay. Now, what happens if Bowen's price goes up, Salah's price goes down? You swap Bowen to a Salah with one trade.
You can't.
Still 2 trades.
It's 2 trades. That's what I'm saying. Like this is all structure dependent. It's not so much player versus player. It's like price point of said player in the midfield versus price point of whoever it is up forward. Like it's just, like if a Watkins goes off, or like, are you really want to be trading a Saka? That's what I mean. Like it's not just the names
with EPL, it's a bit different than AFL, yeah? I mean, EPL, they go off, but the following week, they don't go off again, yeah? So you sort of got to wait the following week for them to go off again.
That's why, like, money will be so important and break-evens. Like, nailing your rookies, it's just like... It's why I genuinely... And, like, sounded like I was taking that absolute piss before saying that Ampadu could, like, genuinely be a gem. But in all seriousness, he could honestly be the best sub 4 million player in the game.
The thing with these midfielders is, right, go look at, and this is like no disrespect, but go look at some of the absolute mediocre footballers that are averaging 7.5, 8 points last year. Like, it doesn't take much for these sort of mids to get to 7 mil. So, yeah, price points are a key. And that's why, like, with my team, I've really cheaped out in defense because the best defender was Daniel Munoz and he was only averaging 10 points a game. So I'm like, if I'm going to go cheap somewhere, then it's going to be defense. We'll get to that eventually. So, I mean, it's really interesting.
Geez, Deadly is not happy with Dwight McNeil. Jesus Christ.
I'll bring up Wispy's squad.
Oh, goodness.
One thing I wanted to mention with that Bowen and Saka chat, I was having a look at the fixtures just before, and I'd noticed that West Ham and Arsenal's fixtures sort of turn at the same time. I sent a photo in the chat as well if we want to bring it up later, but of the fixtures where they're turning. But basically, like because they're so similarly priced, like Bowen and Saka, if you see here, you could technically in a world start with someone like Bowen, ride West Ham's good fixtures for the first 8 weeks or so, and then I think Arsenal's fixtures turn around game week 7 or 8, and then if you want, try and use a couple of transfers to replace the Bowen money into a cheaper midfielder, and then maybe go from a cheaper forward up to a Saka if you're not starting with him, that is. So yeah, you can try and look at players in like combinations like that, using the fixtures to see who's got good fixtures at the start, so you can focus on them. Because you can always hop on and off players as well. You're not picking players for the whole season,
But is that more an FPL strategy more than a SuperCoach strategy? Because in SuperCoach, you want to build, you've got 44 trades, so we sort of can't afford to jump on and off, So
you'd want to look in at least like I'd say 8 to 10 week blocks, probably. Definitely not like anything smaller than that, because then you're just running out of trades too quickly. But I think you can have a rough plan at least, and then be flexible to change it based on what's happening. But if you have a rough 10-week plan that, okay, I want to have like maybe a couple of players from this team, because I really like their 10-week stretch here, and then see how we go after that.
How does
Very-
Watkins score in EPL in this format? Does he score, because his price is cheap, so it looks like he hasn't really scored that well.
He scores okay. He's not like an Uber Primo.
No.
He's not awful. He's on pens. Aston Villa have a very, very friendly first 8 weeks. And yeah, seems obviously very, very, very nailed. So keen to have 3 pen takers in my front 3.
He probably will take
Yeah,
pens.
I like
Don't know
that.
how good he is at it. So we'll see if he stays on
I
pens.
mean,
Yeah.
the beauty of it is, like, if Asensio comes back, it's going to be interesting. But Tielemans missed a pen last year with Watkins on the field, and then Watkins took them for the rest of the season. So yeah, really, really keen with that. But yeah, this is my team. So as we've got Vicario and Tyra are basically just enough, bottom dollar enough. And Vicario, I think Spurs defense in general is quite underpriced, just the way that Ange played, and they've now in a new Frank system. Defense is very interesting. Diouf, Joe Roden, Maximilian Steve, Adam Truffett, and Quindelary Hartman. Very, very, very cheap defense. Hartman playing as a very, very, very advanced wingback in Burnley on corners, on set pieces. Truffett, the Kirkos replacement. Steve is just an absolute man mountain from Burnley, absolute unreal French centre back. Joe Rodon will be absolutely nailed in that Leeds defense as well, and Diouf we've touched on. So, boys, what do we think of the max spend 3.9 million defense?
I think Joe Rodon is hands down the best 3.5 million player in the game. Like
Everyone
from a defensive perspective.
I was like, you've just turned on Ampadu in 10 minutes.
No, defensive perspective. Like that's what I said before.
Wow.
Leeds are so good for just basement options.
Yeah,
but
no, and I don't think they get blown out either. Like they probably rarely keep clean sheets, but I think Rodon will just rack up a bunch of, just defensive contributions. Midfield, Cole Palmer, Jared
Isn't he a
Bowen,
centre back, Rodon? Isn't he more of just a centre back type player?
Yeah.
So would he score that well?
Just offers a really safe floor, and I think that's what I want. If I'm going really cheap, abs, if I'm going max spend 3.9 million, I just want some security. Because I do have three attacking upsided wing backs and 2 really defensive centre backs. So just a nice mix.
Yeah, because it's -2 points per goal conceded. Yeah, so
more than 2.
Leeds concede, let's say, 4 goals a game in some games. That's -8 points.
No, it's -2 after the first 2. So you can lose 2-0, and that's fine. And then it's -2 after every goal after that. So a 4-0 loss would be -4 points.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I must have read it
If
wrong.
it's slaughtered, then it's no good. But
yeah, so yeah, very, very cheap on the defense. I just think the upside is minimal. If your best defender is
Actually, after the first 1 goal, it is. So it's per goal conceded for more than 1 goal.
Yeah, so if they lose 2-0, you lose 2 points, but you make up for it as a centre back. You're going to be doing a lot of defending. So, that's just the way I'm looking at it. And yeah, as I said, I think a lot of these guys can average 6.5 points a game. So that if the best defender is getting me 10, then I think it's just worth saving the money on that, and obviously beefing up the front 8.
I love it.
Okay. Yeah, actually,
Just a question on Jimenez. How nailed is he in your team? Do you think he'll start?
Fabrizio Romano just about gave the here we go to Munoz about 3 hours ago to Atlanta. So yeah, that's why he's come in very, very recently.
Okay.
I will say, if Dominic Solanke starts tomorrow morning, he is straight in.
Yep.
I still don't. Even if he starts, I reckon he gets 45 and then doesn't start against Burnley, mate.
I'm so tempted on a Spurs goal.
Solanke is like literal gold, but it's that injury.
Yeah, of course. He's not.
There's a couple of players not bad at cheaper as well. Like Mateta's there, Sarr, both from Palace.
My only concern with Palace is now that they have been confirmed to be in Conference League, they've got to play 5 games in 3 weeks, which is not ideal. But
Nketiah is injured though, so I think
and Eze's coming to Spurs to save us. So I mean, they're screwed.
The first time that we've seen Tijani Reinders in any of the drafts, I went on the record that he was in my team before his preseason game the other day. I'm a huge fan.
Nice.
For FPL, I 100%.
He's actually a gun.
Agree. 100% agree.
Really?
Just doesn't fit structure.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
Like literally nothing wrong with him. Yeah.
I think he
Yeah,
could
Syed's
be
asked us a couple of questions here from Syed.
Of course,
Can we bring
far
it up,
away.
Steve? Got,
Yep.
2 questions there.
This one?
I don't
Can't
know who this
understand the hype
Cooper
of
is.
Piper. Plays for a pathetic defense and at best has average fixtures. Sure, and 5 million is probably like iffy, but the Kuiper is effectively a winger. He's effectively Daniel Munoz in a slightly worse team. So I think 5 million is a really good price for a guy that's just going to be bombing up and down. Has heaps of goal involvements as well for Bruges last year, and yeah, just a monster. Like whenever I've watched him play for in Europe or on the international stage, yeah, I mean Brighton's defense isn't crash hot, but you're getting a midfielder for 5 million playing defense. If he jags an assist, it's just massive points.
Yeah,
He's got
I
an
think he'll be on
player.
some set pieces as well. And yeah, like he's going to be like a huge attacking outlet for them, and especially with how Brighton play usually, their left wing back is a huge attacking outlet generally. Like we mentioned earlier, Estepinian, they've had other players there before as well. Cucurella was there a few seasons ago. So I think,
Estepinian,
yeah,
goals.
they've got a whole like factory chain of just good players coming through, and they'll just keep replacing it. And yeah, De Kuiper's, I think with how much SuperCoach weights goals and assists for defenders, yeah, like even if he gets 1 goal contribution every like 4 or 5 games, like it'll almost be worth it just to have him in your squad.
Okay, and he had a goal in the practice game as well, from memory, I think. Yeah. Sayes also asked, Wirtz or Ekitike was a question he's asked.
Wirtz.
Wirtz by the length of the Flemington Straight.
Ekitike, if
one-on-one definitely works.
But
yeah, you got to factor the money as well, I guess. It's Ekitike, and who else can you get for the 2 million that you'll save from Wirtz? But if there's not anyone that you can find for 2 million that you like, then definitely Wirtz.
Now, you've got Vicario there as your goalkeeper. Is there a reason you picked Vicario?
I just think Spurs assets in general are very underpriced. And played a very high line, which left them exposed. They scored a lot of goals last year, but left their defense exposed a lot. We look at like a Brentford system, which is not like world class, but Mickey van der Ven and Christian Romero, I think, are 2 very, very good centre backs, and in a partnership with Vicario, then fantastic. The concerns were Kinski was favoured. I never really bought into that, but I'm happy to ride what I would say a top 6 sides goalkeeper for 5.2 million.
Nice.
I mean, you've literally just picked the Golden Glove winner of 25-26. So it's good. Yeah. I just wanted to say thank you so much for having me on, guys. But I have 2 small satanic spawns that need to go to sleep, or else I will not go to sleep myself. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for having me on. And it's been good to chat some absolute rubbish that has been constructive in some aspects with all of you. And I'm sure that we'll engage again shortly. And also just a quick one to Deadly. Dwight McNeil framework on your wall. That's wild, man. Absolutely wild. But thank you again. Thank you so much. And as I just said, I'll see you all again shortly. Thanks, guys.
Love you, Scobes.
Thanks for
Cheers, Scobes.
That's the team. That's the lads.
Let's have a look at your team now, Steve. Let's pop your team on there.
Have we shown Pra's team yet?
Actually,
no,
we haven't.
Not yet.
Oh, what's he? What's the DMs? Everyone look.
They're all my teams, aren't they? That's Pra's team there.
Yeah.
How did you get a colour change like that?
Oh, it's like the extension. It's like
it's just the dark mode. Yeah.
I could never get it to work for NRL.
Just a bit easier on my eyes when I'm grinding away in my team late at night.
Yeah. You got this a Dingro guy in your team. I've seen him on a lot of teams yesterday. Can you tell me a little bit about Adingra?
Of course. So, yeah, Adingra is just, I think it's mainly his price point that's so appealing. He's recently joined Sunderland from Brighton. So all his stats for the last couple of years are from Brighton. So obviously it's from a better team. So he might reduce his output a little bit playing for a worse team, but he's also going to play a lot more minutes now that he's joined Sunderland. So I'm mainly signing him for his potential. I think he's going to increase in value over the season, and then once he's maxed out in value, I'm happy to sell him on. So he's definitely not a season-long pick. I just think he's priced pretty low for what he can produce, because at Brighton he was always competing with other players for like minutes, which capped what he could score. So I think at Sunderland he should explode a little bit. And also, if we go to the fixture ticker at some point, I think we'll see that Sunderland has the best fixtures to start the season. So even though I think they'll concede goals because they're not the best defense, I think players like Adingra might still be able to get some attacking contributions, some goals and assists here and there to keep ticking along.
There has just been some breaking news, gentlemen. Leeds United have reached an agreement in principle to sign Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what about the Chelsea loanee? I thought he's
no. He's at Sunderland.
Fuck you. Yeah, he's at Sunderland, but still Leeds.
Oh.
I mean, they were looking for a 9. I think I said earlier in the podcast they were looking for a 9, and they've just got Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
So the Perot dream's done.
Yeah.
Starts up top, you reckon?
And you got Tuffey in your team as well. Tuffey, I believe, is taking Kirkes's role. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, in pre-season he has. So that's not a pick again that I'm absolutely married to, but just because I like Bournemouth as a team, I like how they play. They're very attacking, and if I'm going to have someone that cheap in that position, I feel like I just want to go for someone who I think will play and at least has a chance at some attacking contributions, because I don't think I'll be able to find a player from a team that's going to get a lot of clean sheets at that price. So I'd rather just focus on, whatever attacking sense I can. And a bit like Whisper here, I think I'm going to focus most of my funds in the forward half of my team, as well as my trades, because I think that's where most of the variance and all the points can come from. In defense, I'm happy to just pick between 5 to 10 tried and tested players at a decent price point, and then spend as much money and time up front.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it.
Are you happy with the Haaland pick? 11.1, 11 points. What is he? 11, I can't read it. 11.5.
Yeah, 11.5. Yeah. So the reason why I've got Haaland in there is a bit because I haven't gone with Salah, a bit because of what we were talking about earlier. I think it's just going to be hard for him to replicate what he did last year, even though I think he's a great pick. And he still probably will be the highest scoring player in the game, but I don't know if he'll match his career best year last year. Like, he literally broke the Premier League record for goals and assists, I think. So it was a historic year. So I think my plan right now is to go without Salah until the end of AFCON, so for the first 20, 25 weeks. That's why I've got Haaland in there sort of as a price point, as the next highest price player that I can get, so that if it ever gets to the point after AFCON, they're similar in price, I think Salah will do better for the rest of the year. Then I can make that a straight swap in one trade. Otherwise, if I'm happy to stick with Haaland, I think he's doing as he should, then I'm happy to just keep him for the season as well.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Or you wouldn't go for a cheaper one, like a Sesko, a lot cheaper, who may go up to Haaland's price. You wouldn't go for a Gyökeres, who may also go up to Haaland's. They could even match Salah's price if they
definitely
fly out of the blocks. So
definitely,
and I know
definitely.
Gyökeres, he dribbles, so he's a dribbling type of forward. So actually, he looks decent when I saw his highlights.
Yeah, Gyökeres is really the one that I wish I had in this team, but I don't at the moment. It might be because I've got Saka at the moment, and I'm trying not to double up on a team. I'm trying to differentiate a little bit to have a bit more options. Like, I don't want to be stuck if Arsenal end up, not playing well for a couple of games, and then I've got two of their forwards, and I'm just having a terrible time. So maybe if I don't go for Saka, I might go for Gyökeres, because you're right. The 3 million saving between them might be worth it to maybe push into other positions, because I think my midfield is feeling a bit light, especially after the Rodri injury got confirmed. He's still in there from when I first opened the game up, so I just haven't moved him out yet. But if I can push Rodri up to, like, Bowen might be pushing it, but, like, even like a mid-price 7-8 million midfielder, even like a Reinders, like Whisper said, he's in, he's starting to catch my eye now as well. Yeah, I think Saka could go down to Gyökeres to fund that.
Yeah, team's looking good. I would Grealish, if he's not playing, Rodgers not playing, gonna have two players there not gonna start. So that's you're gonna wait.
Mainly
till
what I've
the
tried to
team
do
selection.
with my mainly what I've tried to do with my front three here is I've just gone for who I think are the three best teams in the league, and I've tried to pick like a main player from each of those teams. I think these three teams in City, Arsenal, and Liverpool will score the most goals in the league. Maybe Chelsea in there as well, but I've got Parma in midfield, so I'm covering Chelsea as well. So I'm sort of just trying to pick the best players from the best teams. Obviously, can't afford Salah in this, but I've gone for the next best option, I think, in Wirtz. So I'm trying to build my team based on who I think are the best players from the best teams, and then whatever price I've got left, I'm just trying to fit in the rest along the way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Our only problem is going to be towards the back end of the season when all these players have a buy round when they're all playing in the finals of the European Cup. So we're going to be trading out all our guns and bringing in spuds virtually. So we're going to be in trouble at the back end of the season.
Yeah. You just got to hope that the league is close and not like a whitewash, so that all the big teams are playing their best players until the end. Last year, Liverpool won it with 5-6 weeks to go, so that only the top four race, I think, was exciting until the end. But yeah, hopefully there's a lot of teams that have had good transfer windows this year, so hopefully it's a close season right till the end.
Now, Steve, how's your team looking?
Oh, it feels a bit fraudish after hearing the great conversations between you legends, but this is what we're working with currently. Raya, I trust Arsenal down in defence, 6.7. I'm pretty happy to pay that. Still sorting out the second goalkeeper. Darlow, I just saw was popular, but I don't really know why. Cucurella, I'm fairly happy with. He's mainly locked in every week to play. Neco Williams, I know, can get involved in higher up the ground. Van der Ven, I think Spurs will be a lot stronger in defence. How do you say it? Truffair for Bournemouth.
Sounds like a fancy chocolate.
Truffair.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's French, but Bournemouth's got no defenders left, so I assume he plays. Diouf, talked a fair bit about him. He's good. Palmer, I highly suspect he'll cook. I've gone fairly spread of cash compared to some of you guys out there. Still a lot of tinkering to do, but got Odegaard there. Thought he had a down year last year. Potentially can bounce back. I think that's pretty cheap for what he's capable of at his best. Harry Wilson, I don't mind the look of the Fulham players, but they might have to swap to Jimenez because of the striker from Fulham going to, what was his name again?
Muniz,
yeah. I was going to say Muniz going, so I might have. I'll probably swap Pedro and Wilson around for Jimenez and someone else. Adingra. I think he's going to be a pretty vital part for Sunderland for most of the way. This should be Drewsbury Hall. Don't know why that's Grealish. Must have swapped without checking. Gio Pedro, he's the talk of the town at the minute. He was amazing in the Club World Cup. But yeah, that could change. Ollie Watkins, I'm pretty bullish on. I think he's just very safe, very secure. You know what you're going to get from him. And then Wirtz is Yeah, an absolute freak for 8 million. So, I mean, it's going to be a learning year for me. I'm going to be experimenting on some things to see what sticks. So, it might not be the best rank for me this year, but bit of a learning season for me.
With
No, I
SuperCoach
like that too.
scoring, all right? Yeah, with SuperCoach scoring, and I'm looking at Watkins. I actually asked this question before. I can't work out why he's so cheap. Because Watkins in FPL is virtually the same price as Haaland, but in SuperCoach he's not. He's a lot cheaper. So does that mean
He just
that his
doesn't do a
average
lot.
last year was pretty bad? Because last year in FPL he virtually had a good year. He didn't have a bad year.
No, there's also like a couple of games. So like obviously FPL's not priced off like last year's average. It's priced off like projected output. But like Watkins had game weeks 1, 2, and 3, played 62, 65 minutes. And that was when John Duran was sort of still at Aston Villa. He scored 1 and 2 points. And then when Rashford sort of came in the in the winter transfer window, he was not sort of playing 90 every week. So his scores were sort of down. He also just doesn't do a lot. He's very similar to Haaland in the fact that like they're just goal scorers. They won't get you dribbles. They won't get you key passes. They won't get you tackles. Like they're there just to score goals. And yeah, so he just
Steve,
doesn't.
did
He
you want to
doesn't
just open up the image I just sent in the chat? It's just got a. Maybe this can explain a bit on why Watkins is priced a bit lower. Just backing up on what Whisper was saying. Just a small table I'd made. Yeah, this is it. This is it.
You made it.
So I made this. I made this one. Yeah.
Oh, you legend. Beautiful.
So
He made about
if you have a look at it,
that's all in my little field. Couldn't read them all, but yeah, he's a hardworking man.
just wanted to show, since we were talking on Watkins anyway, just to back up what Whisper was saying, like if you have a look at him in the middle there, he's right in the middle of the table, and the reason why he's expected SuperCoach points, which is just on the right-hand side here as the column, it's a bit lower than some of these other strikers is because, like Whisper said, they just do more per game. Like Watkins sort of like he either scores or he does nothing. Whereas these other players like Saka, Salah, Haaland, Isak, they've got a lot of like either shots on target per game or key passes in the sense of like Saka and Salah, or crosses. All of which, as we know with SuperCoach's scoring, does give you points. So since Watkins doesn't do much of anything else other than just scoring goals, which obviously, you know, it's the main point of the game, but if you're trying to play the game in the most advantageous way possible, I think you can look at something like this and see what players get points other ways as well, not just scoring the most goals. Because someone like Saka might score less goals. Even Sa, if you see him, he's fifth on the table here.
Bloody hell, what a bargain.
Yeah.
Well, you're just looking at this now. You know, Salah, you got Salah there second. He's priced at 1 mil. I mean, sorry, 10 mil. That's virtually his price is 15 mil now. But on your sheet there, he's going to drop down to 10 mil, according to what you're saying there.
Yeah, so this is just a very basic measure of just the stats from last season only. But yeah, based on those scoring metrics, exactly if you applied that exact same stats to this, like Salah's price roughly at 10 mil. But it's also because Saka didn't play as many games as Salah. If you have a look at the appearances, Saka played 25 games only. So I think over the course of the season, his output might have reduced a bit, bringing him lower than Salah.
Yeah.
And
Or you could argue that if he
Salah's got a lot
maintains
of value
that,
there.
then yeah, I really like Sa based on this graphic. But again, like Whisper said, I think they've got 5 games in the first 3 weeks if you include a couple of European games that they've got. But again, you're picking these players for a long time, right? So if you're happy to ride that, I think the output that Sa could provide at his price, he does a lot of defensive work as well. If you look at the CBIT column, that stands for clearances, blocks, interceptions, and tackles, which normally you'd only think of for defenders. But even if forwards are getting those points, it's still points, right? So
that's the thing.
Sa is one of the best forward for that.
A guy like Sa doesn't need to score assists to put up 5-6 points. And if he's scoring 5 or 6 points in a game where they get battered, you'll absolutely take that because you know the upside's there. So I think Sar's a really, really underrated pick. I'm also like really big on Mamouche. I don't know why. I just have a feeling that he will pop off.
Pepper roulette, though.
Yeah.
I think he's quite nailed. I think him and Haaland will be the only two nailed attackers. But saying nailed in a Pep side is
I saw somewhere that since he joined City, he's had the second most minutes played other than Guardiola.
Yeah,
Mamouche.
yeah. I think it helped that Haaland was out for a bit at the back end of last
That's
year,
true.
but I think it was a huge testament to him that he came in from a foreign league in a new Pep system, which is probably the most complex system in the world, and Pep entrusted him with 14 starts from 16 games. So, yeah, I like it. I like Mamouche, but yeah. But no, this is really handy.
Sarr takes penalties too, yeah, doesn't he?
No. It'll be Mateta.
No, he wouldn't.
No?
No,
Yeah,
it'll be
Mateta.
Yeah, Mateta or Eze.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm not
but
Imagine that. Imagine
this helps
Right.
you put some things in perspective based on the value of the players. Just to explain why someone like Watkins. Yeah.
I think it's a really important thing for anyone that's not familiar. Like if anyone's only ever played FPL, where it's really just goals and assists, go have a look at the SuperCoach scoring because there is so much complexity with the scoring that you do rack up points, especially like a guy like Saka, like doesn't need to score assist to put up 8 or 9 points a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, is Sarr midfielder or is he a
graphic as well
forward?
for the midfielders.
He's just he's a
forward.
Ismail Sarr. He's a forward, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this graphic is just forwards only. I sent another table just after this, which is midfielders. If we want to have a quick look at that one.
The midfielders.
Ooh.
So yeah, this is comparing the highest expected SuperCoach point midfielders in the game.
Ending 90, which is a huge caveat for Foden.
Yeah.
If you told me Foden was playing 90, I'd 100% have him.
Yeah. Oh, he'd be close to the best player in the game.
Oh, my boy
So
Wilson.
Sunderland.
Yeah,
9.
he pops up. He plays on. He'll play on the left wing. Abs. He'll play left wing for Sunderland.
Yeah. But yeah, again, keep in mind these stats are assuming 90 minutes played, which if you put Adingra stats on that metric, because he never really played 90 minutes for his old club, his stats are a bit inflated.
Yeah, it's like a super sub. It's like you go hard for 30 minutes. It's impossible to sustain for 90.
Yeah, so don't expect this output from Adingra, but even if he gets, 2 SuperCoach points less than this, I think he's still a great value pick at that price.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you start going below the halfway point of this table, it really depends on how much minutes they might get. Other than obviously, team captains like Odegaard and stuff. But yeah, again at the top here, you can see like Wilson.
What do we know about Harrison?
Oh God, Jack Harrison. He is a seasoned. What's a polite way to put this? He's a seasoned Premier League player. He's fine.
He's a grandpa.
I wouldn't say he's a grandpa. He's fine.
He's serviceable. He's serviceable.
Yeah, he's a solid player.
I think he's
Kobe Mainu is a tough one. Like it's Bruno's taking up one of his spots. So it's like him. It's Bruno. It's Bruno partnering Ugarte, Casemiro, or Mainu, and it's just a lot to. Yeah.
They even got Mason Mount in there for some games if needed.
And the beauty of United is this year, though, like as well, there's no Europe, so like you would imagine that most of the 11 is quite nailed, so it'd be hard to break in. So I'm not sure I can take a risk on Mainu.
Yeah, so you've got here Bowen and Adingra virtually 7 mil apart, but scoring identical nearly. So going by that, I'm going to switch my Bowen to an Adingra. I think
pending he keeps up. It's the only caveat, Ab. So like this data is pulled from when he was playing, 25 minutes a game and timesing it by 3.5 to get to 90. So it's just a case of if you can sustain that output for the entire 90, whereas we know that Bowen absolutely can.
Yes.
Yeah. Fulham's Wilson's interesting.
You also got to keep in mind, Adingra was doing it for a team in Brighton who's finished in the top 10 the last 3-4 seasons. Now he's going to be playing for Sunderland, who's going to be battling relegation every game. So, yeah, you can expect those stats to go down a bit. But again, having said that, Sunderland have been signing a lot of good players. You know, especially in the midfield where they're looking fairly strong. So yeah, you just hope he does somewhat decent for his value, and then again, when he's maxed out in price, you can move him on to someone who's maybe bottomed out at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Steve still there? Did Steve go somewhere? Because I wanted to check out. There's Steve there.
No, sorry.
What is it? Have you got a chart for defense?
I
So-
do actually. I do. Let me send that in as well. The defender one I've split in two to focus on like the attacking defenders and the defensive defenders.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is some great data, I'll tell you.
We
Cheers,
could have
fellas.
groundbreaking data. No one's seen this kind of data before, so this is like groundbreaking from SuperCoach Pra. So this is a good job, young man.
Exactly.
Appreciate it, boys. Yeah, so those two there. The first, not those two. I think they might be below them.
Below?
Yeah, below. Are there any new ones that popped up?
I'm just thinking you said it somewhere else.
I'm going to have to do a Scobey. I have to go record the very couple of final rounds of our NRL podcast, which I am very much looking forward to being over at 8:30. So it's been an absolute pleasure, boys, and I will look forward to talking some more round ball with the three of you guys moving forward. So thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming
Thank you
on.
so much.
You've been an
Nice to
absolute
have you,
legend.
mate.
Lovely work.
Yeah. Cheers.
This is
Okay,
the
now
defense.
this is
Yeah,
defense.
yeah.
Munoz
So
cost 10 mil.
this is just
and
for-
expected 5.3.
But because the defenders I've split in two, this is only for Munoz's or any of these players' attacking data. So this expected SuperCoach points is just for their attacking metrics. And then they've got,
Oh, okay.
this is for their defensive stuff. So like for all the clearances, blocks, interceptions, tackles. So yeah, the expected points might look a bit lower, but it's because it's kind of split in half for the two sides of the game. Because if you can't really find many defenders that do both. So I had to split the data into focusing on the defenders that attack and the defenders that defend only. But yeah, you can still look at the price points and see which ones have value
right
here.
now. Yeah. I'm trying to find a value one that's gonna. There's no
Joaquin
cheap ones
Mendes.
there. Remy.
So
Yeah,
the
let
best
me
ones
find
that I found in the attacking ones were probably in like the 7 to 8 million range. So it might be a bit more than we're willing to spend. But if you look at players like in the middle there, like Williams, Nico Williams, Cher, 8 Nuri, Kirkes.
With Nico Williams, you got 3.88. All right. So what's his defensive status
Yep.
like? What's his score? That's attacking, yeah.
And
4.73.
defensive.
3.88. So that's about 8.6, and he's priced at 7.6.
Yes.
So that's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sort of have to look at it both together to see how much they can do for both sides of the game. So that's why I like that range because yeah, Nico Williams share as well right below him. They both appear in both the graphs. Even Munoz, like he's at the top for the attacking metrics, like by far at the top. But even in the defensive stuff, he's not. Yeah, like Munoz is right at the top here. He can expect to score a goal based on the data. If you look at expected goals plus expected assists, which is XG plus XA. Yep. So Munoz is at 0.24, which is basically saying, in simple terms, you can expect him to score a goal or an assist 1 in 4 games.
That's good.
Which for a defender is very, very good. Like there's not many attackers that score a goal or assist 1 in 4 games. So
Yeah. What's their draw like at Crystal Palace? Is it a tough draw?
yeah. If you scroll up a bit there, Steve, there should be a photo. Yep, that one there. There we go.
They're right here.
Yeah, so it's not the best to start off with, it looks like, but all these chunks of green is when their draw gets good for batches. So maybe game week
when can we
4,
target him?
I think Sunderland, game week 4 is a good time to target them. all the way going up until like 14 or 19. Obviously, there's a couple of tough games in there, but you in your squad, you should be able to have some players that you can rotate through them. But a player like Munoz, I think you can just play him any game because he's someone who attacks regardless of who he's playing against. So you're really getting him for his goals and assists, and you'd hate yourself if you benched him and he ended up getting a goal in the game that you benched him for.
And he's not cheap.
So-
He's 10.4 mil, so you want to sort of
Exactly.
play him anyway.
Yeah. So based on the data, like he's the kind of player that if you're gonna get him, you just play him regardless of opposition. The fixtures are more so handy for the cheaper players when you're thinking of who to rotate for what teams, or when you're looking at like what captaincy picks to make. But yeah, otherwise, this is good just to see, like we were mentioning before, how like, if you look at West Ham, for example, just below the bottom there, middle, sorry, yeah. They've got some decent fixtures to start with, all these green blocks. And then when it starts to get tough, you can maybe swap like someone like a Bowen, who's same priced as like a Saka. If you go to Arsenal's fixtures at the top, their green fixtures start roughly when West Ham's get tough.
Yes, I do.
So you can budget for like a Bowen to start with, and then as soon as like his fixtures aren't that good anymore, you just do a swap, just like you would do in AFL at the buys. You could do a buy swap for another player. You swap like a Bowen as soon as his fixtures turn to another team. It doesn't have to be Arsenal, of course, but you just...
I think with 44 trades, we could probably allow 10 trades for swapping players, and maybe because there's not many players. We don't need 30 or 40 players in our teams anymore, like AFL SuperCoach. We only need like 11 players, so we've got room to play with. We can do some trades, so maybe 44 trades is enough.
Yeah, I think, if you allow for at least maybe 10 to 15, of course, nobody knows the real number, but maybe 10 to 15 for injuries, emergency injury trades, and then, like you said, 10 or so luxury trades. And then that leaves roughly about one trade a week that you can do on your team.
Yep.
So, if that's how you plan for it, and I think trades will be the most important part, of course, going into the season, because that's what will differentiate it. Like anyone can pick any starting team, but I think after your starting team, it's how you trade to a good team that'll make you stand out.
We're sort of 8:30 now, so we've been going on for 2 hours, and I think we're all running out of breath now. You legends have done a magnificent job, but I think maybe all our viewers are going to fall asleep very soon. So maybe we should pack shop right now and continue next week. And
sounds good.
Hopefully this week we build a magnificent team. So I think my team is unbeatable right now. So thanks to you guys, I've got the best team now. So make sure we don't show it to no one, right? We just keep it hush hush.
Of course. No, we'll keep it quiet.
Well, looking forward to a rank 1 review next week from you then, Abs.
Yes, I'm going to be rank 1 SuperCoach and
not changing.
Rank 10. How many people are playing this game now? Have we got a count? Have we got a rough estimate?
I was trying to have a look. I couldn't find anything.
How do you look at it? You can see it after the first game week, but is it?
Yeah, it doesn't show now.
I heard something like 10,000 have signed up.
I think that was in the first week, 10,000.
Oh shit! It might be like 50 plus.
Might be huge, yeah.
Yeah, there goes a top 1K rank.
Anyway,
it's good. Hopefully, it gets as big as possible. Thanks so much for having me on, Stephen, and Abs as well. I really appreciate it.
I'm going to send you a message to join SuperCoach Legends, all right? So you can join that league, and I look forward to chatting with you guys again. Okay, take care. And ciao for now.
36K sign up. Ciao for now.
Have a good one.
Thank you very much.